Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Chef Yarneezy, the Pip Master. Hey, today I want to talk about support and resistance and show what it is that I look for in areas to mark up my chart. All right, using support and resistance. So right now, I'm going to use um, uh, TradingView. Okay, I want everyone who desires to trade to have a TradingView account. Okay, it is a definite must to have a TradingView account. And I know you see all this stuff across my screen, but let's concentrate on this right here. All right, so right now the market is live. I am on the 1 hour chart. And what I've done was I went in and I put a star by all of my favorite time frame, day chart, 4 hour chart, 1 hour, 15, 5, and the 1 minute. All right, also, I like the 30-minute as well, but these are the ones I use the most, okay? Then I went into the indicators and I chose Hikanachi candles, and I'm also going to choose just regular candles, which looks like that, okay? Not much different with the look. Well, Hikanachi candles are momentum-driven candles, okay? That's why I like using Hikanachi candles. Okay, so we're going to use Hikanachi candles, okay? And now I'm laying this thing out just for you. Now, right now, we're looking at the Dow Jones, which is the US 30, which is one of my favorite indices to trade. It's very volatile and it pays very well. So right now, just looking at where we are on the chart, I'm not even going to go back in history. I'm going to look at where we are on the chart. I'm going to look at how many times price hits a certain level, at least 5 times, right? That's what I look for. And then I know that's a good level of support. So let's mark it, right? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly, okay? 6, if I keep going back, 7, and 8, and 9, and so on and so forth. So this would be a good level of support, in my opinion, right? Good level of support. Price action will come back down to this level on a regular basis. Okay, so roughly 34,355. Now, I am on the 1 hour chart, so I'm going to mark another level, which will really be support, and this is resistance. So this is support when it comes to price coming down and hitting that level. This is resistance when price is buying up. So the green candles are buying up, the red candles are selling down. Now, I'm going to mark another level, which I think is significant. Okay, let's look at, let's see, 33.35, right about here. Okay, all right, I'm gonna mark this one, even though this doesn't touch it, but watch this. Could drop it a little low. Let's see, one, let me move it up just a little bit. But I want to capture this. All right, there we go. All right, oh, that looks good. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit to really give it a level of support here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And even though price touched here, look at what it did. See how it sits there and then it decides if it wants to break through, right? I like that. Okay, that's 3. Slide on down here. And there goes a whole bunch more. 4, 5. I'll move it up just a smidge so I can capture that right there. All right, 6 and a whole bunch more. Okay, so I'm gonna mark one more level, and this is how you come up with your support and resistance on the higher time frame. I like marking my 1 hour chart with blue lines. Okay, anything else? I kind of show you how I do it from the higher time frames, but I like marking them up with blue lines. That lets me know that's a 1 hour chart markup, and when price comes there, I know roughly where price is going once it comes to the 1 hour chart markup. Oh, that's a pretty decent one. Let's see if it's better here. It's a lot of touches here, a lot. Okay, yeah, that's an even better one. Okay, yeah, that's a nice level of resistance. Nice level of resistance. Let's see. Yep, look at all that right there. All this action. Let's see, did it do it anywhere else when price was up high? And it only let me go so far back, guys, because I'm on a TradingView free account right now. I'm not on my actual account because every time I put a line, it's going to bring all my lines back up, and I don't want that. So you can either use this as a level of resistance, or right here is a decent level of resistance too. Matter of fact, let's see, yeah, right there. Good level of resistance, actually even better. Yeah, oh yes. So yeah, this played all around that level of resistance, that's fine. So where I would mark this up here, let me show you what I do here. So because price action does not let me, oh, okay, does it not let me mark it? So because price action kind of stayed in here and consolidated, I call that a zone, right? Price likes to go through that zone. So I mark that red to let me know that's a possible hot zone. And then not only do I mark it red, I'll title it as a zone, right? So I'll title this as a pass-through zone. Okay, and I want that to be on the right side over there, okay? And then not only will I mark it as a pass-through zone, I'm going to tell you how many pips go through that zone. Wow, so 196 pips in this zone. All right, so let's go back and mark it. 196 pips. Okay, and I actually want the letters to be, all my lettering to be white so you can really see it. There we go. Yes, much better. Okay, so this is a pass-through zone on a high time frame. Now, let's take the same chart markup and look at it on the 1 minute. Okay, on the 1 minute chart, we have a whole different dynamic, right? Whole different dynamic. So on the 1 minute chart, here is some chart markup action. Watch this. Let's see if it's about right here for a level of, and I like marking my 1 minute with yellow. So let's see. Yep, that's a very good line of resistance. You see that? And support. And that's as far back as it'll let me go, but that's enough. It's plenty. Honestly, 34, 711, where it is now 706. This is actually one of my old actual markup that I have on my US 30 chart, isn't it? 34. Where is that? 692. So 7. Yeah, it's roughly there. It's close. 692 is my markup on my chart. Let's see. So if I just bring this down to 692, that's like right there. So it's right there. It's pretty accurate. I was right on it. So 708, 692, it's not bad. It's not far off at all. Okay, we're talking roughly almost 20 pips. All right, but this is good. This is a good chart markup. And I'll mark one more like this one right here. I can see that from here. Right about there. Yeah. I think that's a zone. Oh, wow, that's a nice little zone as well. But I won't label this a pass-through zone. Matter of fact, I might bring this up to here and see if that gives me an even better markup. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay. Much better. Yes. So 34,585. Very good markup. Then I'll do one high one where price action comes all the way up to this peak. 34,924. Ah, look at that. Good one. Bow, 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 bow. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, that's a good one. Good one. So I just marked up this chart, and in between here is 231 pips on the 1 minute chart. That's a lot. On here, it is about 105. So these are nice markups. All right, these are nice gaps. Why? Because US 30 has a tendency to run 100 pips with no problem. Okay, as you can see, it does that with his eyes closed. Okay, so right now we're running in a range, a pip range from the 7th of April. Our pip range is 730 pips. Okay, that's the range from here to here. And if it comes back down to here, it will be a range. All right, the last thing I want to show you guys is I want to add an indicator that I like. It's called the Relative Strength Index. It's going to make me join. Um, I don't really want to go through this, but let me see if I can refresh it and I'll add it. And don't worry about the chart markups. They'll go away because it's not on my chart. But I want to show you this indicator. Just put in RSI, and there it is. That's the updated one. And you want to have this on your chart. Don't need volume, not now. But the RSI is very important to have on your chart. What this does, it measures the strength of the currency that you're trading. So in a very good momentum right now, for instance, this is called the 80 line, this is the 20 line, and in the middle is the 50, right? The 80 line, what price will do, will bounce off the 80 line like here, and then it'll shoot down to the 20 line, right? So you want to buy when price is down here, which would have been, let me do a kind of like a period separator so you can kind of see where price started to buy up here. Okay, so price started to buy up when it hit the bottom, and if you would have caught that, there's 100 pips in it, 99. 99 pips to the buy, okay? Then you want to sell when price peaks above the 80 line, right? So now let's see what that would have been had we sold when price peaked. And just let's say we stopped here, 135 pips if we stopped short of the lowest of the second to the lowest candle. So not bad at all. All right. So what you want to get in the habit of doing, because price doesn't just stop at 80 and 20, price goes beyond. You want to mark where price goes below and above on a regular basis. So for instance, I see price is consistently going above about, let's see, about here, about there, right about there. So 79, right? 79. So this must be the 70-30 line. Yeah, it's 70-30 instead of 80-20. Now you can change that. When you go here in settings, you can change the 70 to 80 line, which I prefer, in the bottom to a 20 line. Okay, it. And now we have more accuracy. So now this line should go here. Yes. All right. Yep, that's better. Okay, so price action likes to go to 87, all right, for the high. And then for the low, price likes to drop. Let's see if that looks good. Oh, yeah, that's really good. Oh, yep, great. So price likes to go to 1450. So you might want to wait till it comes back above this line, that both, when it comes above 1450 and goes right into the 20 line, then I would say go ahead and put in a buy, right? Because let's do another separator. Let's say you would have waited here. Now you got to also look at the momentum of the currency itself. What is the momentum doing? So let's say if we would have waited to get in about here, okay, it would have dipped down and then ran back up. And you would have caught 70 pips, 68 pips. Now, if you was really patient on waiting it out, how it bounced around, if you weren't scalping, and if you were going a support and resistance move, which here would be my resistance, right about here. Yep, that'll be a nice resistance. So let's say I'm buying here and I want to buy the resistance. Well, on 7 April at midnight 11, your trade would have hit almost 11 hours later. Remember, right? 11 hours later. Okay, so you would have waited 11 hours to catch, oh my goodness, 228 pips. I think that's well worth the wait for it to hit the level of resistance. And then let's say it hit resistance, now it wants to come back down to support. So let's mark a support line here. Let's see if that's a good support. If it's going to give it to me all the way back. Well, I'm not going to go way back, but this is the level of support I want to use right now to show you if you would have sold down to support. You would have caught 350 pips, and your wait time right here, let's say we waited for it to peak here. Okay, it peaked here. And then we waited for it to drop down, so we would have got in about here. So let's say we would have got in here, waited. It would have took us 168 pips out of profit. Into profit, brought us back out of profit, and then we would have stayed in profit all the way through until we got our take profit, right? Or you could scalp on the way down. You could have scalped up and scalped down, but at least you know you're playing the support and resistance game here, and you have an idea of where price should be going once it comes back through. Just like now, if you look at price should come down to this yellow line, 34,605. So you want to look at this. That tutorial is at 7:51 p.m. on the 22nd. On the 10th of April, 2022. So you want to look, which is okay. Let's see, 7:51 on here. It would be 23:51. So we're talking 4 hours ahead, which is UTC time. So 11:51. So if we look back at this, probably, let's see, how many hours does it take to move like that? 12:36. So about an hour, roughly, about an hour. So an hour later, I want you to look at this, go back and back test it, right? And look at where it's going. It's trying to go down to this yellow line again. And see if in fact it does come down to 34,605 in about 45 minutes to an hour from now, which would put us at roughly 8:50 or 8:30, somewhere in there between 8:30 and 8:52. Okay, and let's see if price in fact does that, or if it takes longer, but eventually let's see if it does get to 34,605. So this has been my lesson on support and resistance, as well as marking up your charts from a 1 hour and a 1 minute standpoint. Now, in order to get more details, I urge you to subscribe to my page at the pipmastertradinggroup.com, and the master is spelled with 2 R's at the end, thepipmastertradinggroup.com. Follow me on YouTube and all my social media platforms, and you will get even more in-depth information, because I also do a strategy called the D411, and that's even more in-depth than what this is. But I hope this helps. I hope you learned something from this that I just gave you. And looking at this, you can use this on anything. I don't care what it is. You can use this on Amazon. Watch, bam, same thing. Everything looks the exact same. You can use this on Lucid, right? Boom, there it is. LCID, Lucid Group. You can use this on Bitcoin. Okay, there it is, right? No difference. You still do the same thing. You're going to mark up support and resistance, bam, bam, and then I know I do this fast, right? And then bam, here, okay? You mark up support and resistance. Let's see if I can catch one. Or is it going to stop me here? This is as far as it's going to let me go back. Okay, no problem. But you do the same thing with all currencies, period. All of them operate in the same mode. They just don't do the same exact, they don't move at the same time per se, but they operate in the same mode, right? So now we're looking at Bitcoin doing some consolidating here. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely in a sell momentum. Looks like it wants to take another dip here, right? And hit that 42 line at support. And then it might bounce and hit resistance again. Or it can take off from right here and go back up this way. So how would you know that? If you mark up your charts, you will know, or at least have an idea where price is going based on RSI, which RSI should be dragging here, then going back here, right? Okay. So that is chart markup with your boy, the Pip Master. I hope this has been helpful. It's 20 minutes of me yapping, guys. So I know this got to help somebody. Tune in and see what I got coming for you next. All right. Be blessed.